That is completely different. That is completely different than having a paragraph in a, let me just tell you how stupid whoever told you that it's illegal, how stupid they are. Let me tell you what, literally in the HUD, in the settlement statement, there is a line item, I believe it's 192, that says, subject to the existing loan of approximately let me ask you a question. Would HUD, which is a government organization, intentionally cause you to create a crime on your criminal record? They would not. So you can come at that person to say it is not illegal and it's definitely not immoral. The subject to, by the way, it came up a lot in the 70s and the 80s when interest rates were super, super high. I don't know. You look like you're maybe a year or two older than me, so maybe you even remember this. But 70s and 80s, interest rates were crazy high, 15%, 18%, 20%. And people were like, dude, I can't afford this. But loans earlier in the 70s, they were around 8%. And so people would buy these houses subject to, in the mid 80s, they buy them subject to a loan that was 10 years old. This was a blessing for two reasons. Reason number one is because their interest rate is literally less than half, sometimes even a third of what it would be in the current market in 1985. And then secondly, they're already 10 years into a 30-year amortization schedule, which means they've already paid out half the interest. Even though they're only 1/3 of the way through, they've already paid half the interest over a 30-year term. This means that their unpaid principal balance, their UPB, is going down more and more and more every single month in comparison to if they were to go get a new loan. Man, that freaking sucker. If you've ever seen an amortization schedule, you know your first 7 years, they just suck. You're paying nothing but interest. Who makes money when you're doing this? Just the bank. So instead of the banks making a whole bunch of money in the 70s, 80s, and even early 90s, people would talk, a buyer and seller, two humans would talk and say, hey, this serves you, this serves me. If we go do the conventional thing, the only buddy that it serves is the bank, and we don't really give a shit about them. We're going to do what's best for us.